At the center of the standoff, deep cuts in Medicaid and safeguards on the president's power to cut future spending.
The bill upon reconsideration is not passed.
A last-minute push to stop the shutdown fell short in the Senate overnight. The House had approved a temporary funding patch, but it was tied to the president's spending bill that cut nearly $1 trillion from Medicaid over the next decade, a sticking point for Democrats.
This truly is a Democrat-owned, Chuck Schumer-owned shutdown. There's no negotiation. It's a shakedown when he asked for $1 trillion for 4 weeks. It's absurd.
Republicans needed 8 Senate Democrats to cross over, but only 3 did.
I told you we have $17 trillion being invested, so the last person that wants to shut down is us.
It's the first shutdown since 2018 during President Trump's first term, which was the longest in 40 years. And while the president says he doesn't want to shut down, he suggests he can use it to make even more cuts Democrats oppose.
We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like.
Democrat demands include funding for hiring health care subsidies, restoring planned Medicaid cuts, and legislation to limit the president's authority to make unilateral spending cuts.
Trump doesn't care about how this shutdown is going to hurt real, average Americans across the country. He doesn't care about the Republican health care crisis. He clearly thinks this is all a game.
Republican leaders say they will not enter into negotiations until Democrats agree to vote to reopen the government.
The negotiation happens when the government's open. So let's keep the government open, and then we will have the negotiation. We're happy to sit down and talk about these other issues that they're interested in, but it should not have anything to do with whether or not, for a 7-week period, we keep the federal government open.
With the shutdown in effect, hundreds of thousands of federal workers face furloughs, while millions of active duty troops must work without pay. National parks and museums are closing. Passport and visa processing will slow, and food assistance programs face delays. Also, TSA agents and air traffic controllers will remain on the job despite no paycheck. This as lawmakers' salaries continue uninterrupted. Brody, CBN News.